how to not get your basketball stolen. Welcome back to Streetball Strategies.
Born out the terror era, hear of what the Suns do. Y'all gon' see them raised like they taking out the sunroof. It's a good day, it's the same in the dust too. Ain't no chance I'm relaxed.
So in this video, we're not talking about having your basketball stolen in the actual basketball playing aspect. What we're talking about is actually having your ball stolen from you. For those of you who are lucky enough who have not experienced that, from somebody who has experienced it multiple times, let me paint a picture for you. So let's say you just got a new ball, and it doesn't have to be new, but just to make it even more extreme and make it hurt even more, let's just say the ball is new. So you just got a new ball, you want to take it to the park, use it, try it, but especially to show it off because it's new and you're proud of it. So you come out to the park, and let's say there's already people out here and you don't know them, they're strangers. So you come up to the park, you call next, you're shooting around, dribbling, whatever, waiting for your game to start. Then when the game you're waiting to get done is finally over, if you're a pessimist like me and you're in your pessimist mind, you get this guy. What's up, son? You got next? Hey man, what's up? I'm Tony. Which ball do you want to use? Yeah, I see you over there with that fancy new ball. How much did that ball cost? I was like $30. I got this ball 19 years ago at a swap meet for free. And yeah, the grip doesn't really work anymore and it doesn't really bounce, ain't got no air in it, but this ball is just as good as any fancy ball you bring out here. Guys, cool man, we can use your ball, it's fine. You damn right we're gonna use my ball. You know why? Because it's my ball. Alright, you came out here, you came to me. We're using this ball because it's mine. Man, come on, let's go play this game. Don't be that guy. For real. Just whatever ball is best out at the park, that's the ball you should be playing with. You should use the best basketball tool available to you. Hopefully it's your ball, but even if it's not, you just use the best ball that's available to you out at the park. Yes, that is an over-dramatization, but yes, you do find guys like that out here at the park on a regular basis. So they don't want to use your ball, even though they should, because especially if you watch this channel and you prescribe to what I say about basketballs, then you probably have the best basketball on the court. But you're gonna run into a lot of stupid players who don't care and only want to use their ball. So what do you do instead? Well, you take your ball, throw it over to the side, start your game. The game takes like 15 minutes. Next thing you know, game's over. The court, the park clears out, nobody's left, it's just you left out here. Everybody leaves rather quickly, and now you go, well, I gotta go find my ball. So you go over to go look for your ball, and lo and behold, you can't find it. Now, if you're like me, hopefully what you do is you internalize first. So that means you blame yourself first. You're the one who made the mistake. You can't find your ball because you made a mistake and now you can't find it. So what do? You look around the park, search everywhere, try to find it. You can't find it. Well, now you've exhausted all possibilities, and now you have to deal with the probability that they stole your ball. And now it starts to click. Ah, there was a dude. One of their friends was hanging around where I put my ball while we were playing the game, and then as soon as the game was over, they seemed to clear out rather quickly, like they were in a hurry to get out of here. They must have stolen my ball. Let's talk about what we can do as players out here at the park to try to at least try to mitigate having our ball stolen when we're around unsavory players. So the first thing and the most obvious thing you can do to not get your ball stolen at the park is don't even bring your ball. Now I know that's the most obvious way to not have your ball stolen, but it's also the most impractical way, right? Because it's weird to me when people show up to the park and they don't have a ball with them and they just depend on other people to have the ball. I mean, it's kind of weird, but I'm also kind of jealous of those people too. Like you just have the confidence to just show up to the park without a ball. Like, hey guys, I don't have a ball, but let's play. I do dig the confidence, but it's just like I just like having a ball with me at all times, just in case, you know, especially like on actual game days. You know, I usually pride myself on being like the first person out here and the last person to leave, and if that's the case, then if I'm the only person out here, then I need to have a ball with me. So I always like to have my ball with me at all times. But yeah, you know, you don't have a ball with you, then you can't have it stolen from you, I guess. Secondly, and again, kind of obvious, which is try not to play at sketchy parks. Now I know for a lot of us that's not really an option. We all just kind of play at the court that's closest to where we live. And if that happens to be a sketchy part of town or a sketchy park with sketchy players, then we don't really have a choice unless there's another court, you know, nearby. But if you're lucky enough to live in a town where you have multiple courts within a close distance to you, and some are not as unsavory as others, then, you know, if you're concerned about safety or at least protecting your ball and not having it stolen, then don't go to the parks that, you know, you're afraid that's gonna happen. It's unfortunate that that's a question that you have to address, but you're probably gonna have to address that at some point in your career. The third thing you can do to help prevent your ball from being stolen at the park is have something to carry your ball in. You guys have seen every time I come to the park, I have some kind of a backpack with me. Part of one of my earlier videos was what I carry in my basketball backpack, and I'll link that video up over here. But here's the deal: if you have something other than just your ball to put your ball in and kind of store it in when you're not using it because you're using someone else's ball while you play a game, that bag or backpack or gym bag or whatever it is, that the duffel bag, whatever it is you're using, it's much less likely for that to be stolen than the ball alone. It's much easier just for someone to see your ball laying on the grass next to the court or whatever, and just pick it up and just walk away with it. It's much less likely that someone's gonna see a whole backpack or a whole gym bag or duffel bag or whatever it may be, and then pick that whole thing up and then walk away with that. That's much more obvious. It's much less likely that's going to happen. And, you know, trust me, I've had balls stolen multiple times before, but I've never had a ball stolen when I've stored it in a backpack when I haven't been using it out at the park. Something else you can do to help prevent your ball from being stolen out at the park is customize your stuff, label your stuff. You know, write your name on the ball, you know, write your initials on the ball, get some nail polish or spray paint or something permanent, and markers, and just label and customize your gear. In the past, when I have had balls that I have put my name or initials on, those balls never get touched, they never get taken away. I've never had a ball stolen that's had my name on it. Now, again, some people are just gonna take stuff that doesn't belong to them regardless of what you do to it, no matter how much you customize it or label it, but it's much less likely. You know, if I put Tony on big letters on this ball and, like, you know, nail polish or something, it's much less likely, you know, and if it's obvious, as long as it's obvious and people can see it from a distance that it has my name or initials or whatever on it, then it's much less likely that they're gonna take that ball, because I can easily go, hey, that's my ball, like, it's got my name on it, you know, where are you going? It's a lot less likely that someone's gonna walk off with a ball that's clearly labeled as not theirs, and then can be shamed if caught, you know, walking away with a ball that's clearly someone else's. If they can be shamed because it's got someone else's name or initials or whatever on it and is clearly not theirs, then they're probably not gonna take it. Most people don't like being judged, they don't like being shamed, and if your name or your label is on the ball and you've customized it, it's much less likely it's gonna be taken by someone else. And that is how to not get your basketball stolen, especially out here at the park. When you're playing around parks that you don't know, people you don't know, players you don't know, especially if it seems kind of sketchy to you, the possibility that your ball may be stolen is you know, it increases you under those circumstances, and you want to do everything you can to protect your ball. As I've said many times before, the only real two basketball tools you have are your shoes and your ball. So take care of those things. Especially, like I said, if you watch this channel, if you watch the basketball reviews and the videos I do about features of basketballs and all that stuff, that playlist, if you watch that, then you know what makes a good basketball. You know what a good investment in a good basketball is, and you don't want to lose that ball, have it stolen unnecessarily. So take these steps to make sure that your ball isn't stolen, and like I said, you can't prevent it 100%, but you can at least increase the likelihood that your ball will be left alone when unattended if you follow those steps I gave you before. Thank you guys for watching. If you found this video helpful, if you think it's gonna help keep your ball safe out here at the park, then that's great. A thumbs up would be awesome. And definitely make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. New subscribers are huge. I can't tell you how much they are good for this channel. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so that you don't miss any of the videos that come out in the future. And to those of you who have already subscribed, thank you. I appreciate you guys so much. It means a ton to me. Also hit that notification bell so you're notified of when all the videos I make, especially the new ones, come out, because you know YouTube's algorithm with notifying, letting people know that new videos come out, it's not always the greatest. It doesn't always work. You're not always in the loop of when new videos come out. But if you hit that bell, you will know when all the videos come out. So hit that bell, make sure you get all of the notifications, and until then, I'll see you guys next week.
Earth shattering, got the plans to make the coast break. Keep acting like you can stop me with a closed gate. Keep